What I want to do next is go to this other match that was also on AVC, which is this one. I'm very interested in this. So I feel that Ryu is better. I wouldn't say he's way better, but he's better. And I feel the same about Zangief. I don't think he's way better. He's definitely better. I feel like they're probably both mid-tier, something like that. Maybe one of them is high mid. I don't know. Neither one's top or anything like that. But I do think this is now a matchup that you have to know. You have to know the Ryu match. It's relevant again. A few biggest things for me. The biggest things are that jab fireball's slower, fierce fireball's faster, and that doesn't sound like it's huge. I mean, it's not huge, right? He didn't rocket to the top, but that's big. That really makes the opponent have to play around fireballs at a different range, because it's no longer the case that you can, if you see him do a fireball, you don't get a free jump, because what if it's slow fireball? What if it's fast fireball? That is to say, slow fireball you may land on, fierce fireball you may get hit by as you're trying to jump up, right? So it's on the margins for sure. That's not a totally different story, but that's marginally different, and that's important. It also makes it so that in footsies, not just talking about jumping, in footsies he can present a hitbox faster with fierce fireball. I think that's pretty useful. I also think that being able to do stand short into Danky kick is nice. Like that gives his knockdown potential. It really buffs it. That it means that his footsies are stronger. It means that his hit confirms if the opponent is crouching are stronger, and those are both practical things. So yeah, I like him. I don't think he's the best, but I think he is. You have to know the matchup, right? Like, and if you want to play Ryu, you can probably do it now. So anyway, let's see how this goes for Zangief. I feel that the matchup is sort of similar ideas as to Guile. You need to be pressing buttons. You need to be V-skilling or forward fiercing at similar-ish ranges as against Guile. I feel like it's probably better for Gief than the Guile matchup is. I'm not convinced that he wins versus Ryu, but while it's probably still a slight loss to Guile, it's probably even, in my view, versus Ryu. I feel that he can take up space pretty well. You know, mix-up games is similar, with the exception that Ryu has a 3-frame button, so some of his setups are a little bit, you have to change things a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Itabashi is the best grappler player in Street Fighter history, so let's see. Ryu's fireball game is better now. Yeah, that was fierce. That was fierce fireball. And look how fast it comes out. Like right at the start almost. So right, they're playing around a little bit, but that dude pressed. It was fireball, and then it was on Gief like instantly. You can't react to that. I can't react to that for sure. It looked like Itabashi couldn't either. But this is about the similar range as versus Guile. You don't have to worry about, dang. So you don't have to worry about something like Sobat kick, but then he walked up and did fierce, and that looked pretty good. Wow. Okay, I can't do that. My reactions are not that good. That was sick. Let's see. So he's. Ooh. That might not have been fierce, but I'm not sure I could do that. He could. Wow, if that's consistent, then that really shuts things down for Ryu. I'm a little surprised that he canceled it. I felt like that was clearly not a hit. He's definitely not trying to confirm now. Too far for the jab, that could have been it. Okay, yeah, I would have taken the grab too, that makes sense. So now those fireballs are faster. You know how Future Go 1 works, it's been the same basically for a while. You get some extra juggles out of it. Okay. It wasn't the full one. No, the range was so good. Tachikawa. Let's go back to see that range. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, I see. a little further away. But dude, I really like a couple of things so far. One is that Itazan is, what is it, 2 out of 3 for lariats, which is pretty good. That's pretty sick. I also really like Tachikawa's Fireball or Walk Up Fierce. I respect that. That's tough as the opponent. Or Walk Up Strong, whatever, you know what I mean. Walk Up Button. But that range, what is this? Here, maybe? Maybe a little further than that? That's definitely Zangief Stand Strong range. Yeah, look at that. Come on. Yeah, and that's almost all the damage that Itazan has done in this set. Oh, that's good. That was a good reaction. Got him. Gotta know immediately. Oh, dang, he teched the throw. Look at this dude's defense. I gotta tell you, I never tech throws versus Zangief, so I gotta, you know, I take those grabs. He really wants super. No, it wasn't quite there. But you can really see Tachikawa looking for that. Oh, he tried to whip punish. Very interesting. You know, so he's playing a very hands-off style right now, Tachikawa is. He's not doing anything. Itazan definitely... Are you serious? Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Alright. That was pretty good. But let's back up a little bit, because this is... Once Zangief has trigger... Yeah, but here it is. So once Zangief has trigger, do we see a fireball at all? He's looking to whiff punish for sure. I don't remember seeing a fireball. If Itazan can do lariat through firewalls, he can definitely do V-trigger spin. Wow. That was, look at the... Did you see the whiff punish? Look at the timing on this. He's there? Oh my god. That's crazy. And what is especially impressive, I think, about that is that if Zangief had held the Fierce, his Fierce, you know, maybe not would have crushed the crouching Fierce, although maybe. But it definitely would have been confirmable. It definitely would have hit the Fierce, the crouching Fierce, and it definitely would have been into V-trigger spin. And maybe the end of the round, you know, V-trigger, suck in, probably super, one more mix-up and is the end of the round. Or maybe V-trigger spin, EXR SPD, then one more mix-up is probably more efficient. In any case, that down Fierce was, like, exactly timed. And he was right about it. No, that was reaction for sure. I don't know if it was reaction to the actual release. Was it reaction to the release of the fireball, do you think? I mean, of the Stand Fierce? Maybe, okay, because he pressed roundhouse there, and that was after the Fierce came out. Maybe you're right, but that's just so fast. If so, hats off. Tachikawa was a good player, but hats off. That's crazy. Well, it's always a bit of both, right? When you're looking for a whiff punish, it's always a bit of both. It's so rare for somebody to not have the idea in mind and then still whiff punish, right? Typically, you are expecting one of just a couple of options and you're really keeping your eye on it and you are ready to whiff punish. But then it's hard to also look for other things, right? Instead, if there had been some other different idea coming out of your opponent. So typically, it's both. It's both a prediction and then a reaction. It's rare to have somebody who's straight up only reacting, and that's very difficult to beat if you do see that. So we saw really good footsies out of Tachikawa. I feel that my feeling going into this is that Zangief has better footsies than Ryu does, but the way Tachikawa uses it, maybe not, and maybe so. Part of this certainly is that there's the threat of better fireballs. And that may have opened up the normals. I don't know. We'll see. Dude, that's really good to be able to do that. I mean, he could do that, but you know what I mean. Look at these buttons. Okay, alright, fair enough. You guys are probably right. He's just whiff punishing on reaction. But I would like to see now if Tachikawa would react the same way if Ita-san holds the Fierce. We haven't seen that yet. Dude, he's going a mile a minute. Tachikawa's out there. Look at this dude. Active? No, not activate. Yeah, he's gonna get super. He might just do it. No? Okay, yeah, that's close. You gotta respect that. He got thrown out forward strong. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I feel like I'm rooting for Ryu now because this is not going how I thought it would, which is pretty cool. You notice as well, I don't think there's been a single jump in from Ita-san. He must really respect Tachikawa's anti-air. But I'd still like to see that get tried. Dang, his footsies are so good. Oh, okay, could have held it. There you go. The anti-air. Punish, please. That's just an unfortunate error. That's definitely a free SPD punish. Got him. Plus, yeah. Plus again. Okay. That's it. Anything is gonna kill now. Yeah, that would have been into spin. So the one time Ita-san jumped, he got anti-air. He got down fierced. Wow. Can you believe that? This move didn't get buffed. That's just it. I've been seeing it hit like that for like 3 years, and I'm still like, wow, that's crazy. Look at that. What was that down? Was that down medium kick? Down strong. Wow. Okay. Blown up. You know, it really is not how I thought it would go. It's just free anti-air for sure, yeah. That had not been set up very well. I'm surprised to have seen the jump out of Tachikawa. Oh, that's not good lariat. Okay, cool. He just does down medium kick to follow up a little bit. That's cool. Let's see what was starting up. What was starting up here? On the anti-air attempt. Hard to even tell if there was. I mean, it looked like a button was coming out, but whatever. It's fine. Probably down strong. And if it was down strong, was it supposed to have been strong uppercut? Just blocked it. So maybe that lends credence to the idea that he's waiting to see the Fierce actually fly and whiff punish. Or maybe he knew he wasn't at the right spot. I don't know. His reactions are clearly crazy good. Okay, interesting choice. Rather than to get the pile driver punish, he just got the grab. Gets the corner instead of better damage. That's cool. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay. I thought for sure there would be a backdash or something, but no, Ita-san had it right. So I feel I almost feel like it's the opposite of watching the Daigo Kichipamu matchup, where I felt that Kichipamu like won, like he was winning a lot, but Daigo won 5-4. And I feel the same now, but about Tachikawa, where I feel like Tachikawa is actually controlling things for the most part, but he's down 2-1. I don't know. It might just be that I'm so impressed with his play that I'm focusing on it more than I expected to just focus on Gief, but I'm not. Okay, really good to not stick out a button there by Ita-san. That was really a well-spaced jump. Got him. Oh, tricky. The down strong is not free. So here, I mentioned before this match started that one of the differences, of course, is that Ryu has a 3-frame button and Guile does not. As Ryu in this matchup, if you get knocked down by a pile driver, Fierce or EX pile driver, and you expect Zangief to do a crouching strong, you can beat it with your stand jab, because it's 3 frames. That's not an option Guile has. So while I commonly do crouching strong as a meaty against 4-frame button characters. I typically don't versus 3-framers, and like it's rare that somebody will actually wake up with a 3-frame button, but you see it sometimes. There's a counter hit even. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What's the button? I'm actually not sure. Does it stand strong? Crouching jab? I don't know. Anyway, it's not common to see that, but cool. Nice mix up. Maybe I should do it. Maybe I should just do it sometimes. And the downside is that I lose my turn, but I guess the benefit is more damage? Yeah. I guess the mix-up, the benefit of it is that you can get good lariat out of it. You can do crouching strong, stand short, lariat, and that is the good lariat knockdown. Which means you get to continue pressure. So, all right, maybe you're trading the slight chance, but existing chance that the opponent will buttons out in favor of hopefully getting a better knockdown afterward. You know, all right. That's why I do it versus 4-frame button characters, for sure. It's just that I rarely do it versus 3. Good whip punish. Ooh, he did press roundhouse. You could see Tachikawa. You could see him here. Consider, should I anti-air? Yeah, for sure. Do you see his character do a little shimmy? He's thinking about it. And then he's like, last time I did an uppercut and it whiffed and I got punished. This time I'm not going to do the uppercut. He just was like, all right, let's take some gray life. Ooh. Got him. Yeah, oh, absolutely. 100% that was going to be pile driver. It was a good lariat. Did he do a quick rise? Let's see. He did. Dude, he's really good. Tachikawa was very strong. Ooh, he can pressure and take this. Oh yeah, I would have taken that grab too. Yikes. What was it from Izan? What did he do here? Lariat? Was that startup of Lariat? Alright, let's do this. We'll slow it down. Wow, I guess we missed the frame. But, huh. That's funky. Let's first go back and talk about... So, yeah, that was pretty clear, I felt. So this is good lariat. If you see Zangief hit... Trying to get the exact frame here. If you see him hit like that, where his chest is towards you... I'm not on YouTube, I'm on... VLC. Oh, can you do frame by frame on VLC? I thought that was... And that's YouTube for sure. I don't think you can do that in this. I had downloaded it previously. But you can slow it down. So anyway. If you see the chest like this, then the knockdown is going to be good for you as Gief. And if the opponent does a back tech and you dash, you can put a meaty into them safely. You'll beat 3-frame buttons. However, if they do a quick rise and you have dashed, you can't. It's their turn now. Also, if they do a quick rise, but you didn't do a dash, then it's your turn. So the mix-up is just back tech or not, right? It's quick rise or back tech, and either way is good for one or the other. It's just a mix-up. So Tachikawa does quick rise, and there was a dash, and he could have pressed a button if he had thought to, but he just was safety first and went for the grab tech. Anyway, really, really good pressure afterward. Look at that weight. See him weight right there? What a threatening weight. Sick. That was a really good round under. Oh, E? Oh, sick. How do you go back? W? No. Wow. What happened? Okay, not random. Let's go back by a frame. If that does exist. Let's check the link. Oh, you can customize it too? Alright, I'll do that before I stream next. Anyway, cool. Good to know. Thank you. Alright, yeah, I'll set it for next time. One of the scariest, that was such a good mix up. Oh dude. One of the scariest things to do in footsies is to walk up like this. For both players. Look at that walk. And then really good read by Tachikawa. Woo! Oh my god, he's moving a mile in it. Yeah, I totally agree with Itabashi. Just back off. Get out of there. This man's moving too fast for you. Ooh, he's getting ahead of himself. I'm worried for Itabashi right now. I'm worried for him. Oh yeah, confirm. He took the risk. Oh boy. EX, yes. Even though you were close to super, you definitely spent it there because the next one's for a kill. He did wake up down short. Wow. Good range. I'm so impressed by Tachikawa. His defense and his offense are both so good. You can't jump. You can't jump for sure. This is yeah. So he dashed. Awesome. This is definitely the play of somebody who's looking for an anti-air. He's still doing some things. Talking about Tachikawa, he's still throwing a fireball now and then. He presses a couple of buttons, but he's clearly looking for the anti-air. He's at a range where anti-air is excellent. He is not overcommitting to a button in case of anti-air. Like he wants to be free to anti-air. Here's the solution. Got him. Well, you know, to his credit, Tachikawa actually did do down fierce, hoping that it would hit. So he wasn't even only looking for anti-air. That's really strong. But unfortunately for him, it didn't work out. I'm surprised there wasn't an EX pile driver because that would give him another set of pressure. That's it. This is really good play by Tachikawa. He's still 2-2, still tied. So really good play by Itabashi as well. But it's not just that Tachikawa is playing well. Some of the stuff is not. This is season 4 Ryu stuff. Not a lot of it, I feel. Not a lot of it, but some of it. And even though he's not doing fireball all the time, that's still something that Itabashi needs to pay attention to, needs to think about, needs to be in the back of his mind. So, that being the case, as Itabashi, you are not going to move around as freely as if you were playing against somebody. What if you didn't have fireballs at all, right? You would move around more freely because you're not concerned about the constraints that could come out. But you are, and you're more concerned about that now than you were in season 3. Not that he was playing Zangief in season 3. Nobody was. But yeah, anyway. Such a confident player. They both are, though. Yeah. That's just jab pile driver. So no pressure out of it. God. Oh, that was supposed to be EX pile driver for sure. Lucky on Tachikawa's side. Dude, Itabashi playing this fantastically. I'm gonna back up for a second. Yeah, okay. So that's it. This whole time, I want to see if Zangief. We're just gonna go back to the start. Did Zangief ever move past the first big block after the red line? Did he ever move past that first dark black line that's after the middle of the stage? Did he ever do that? I don't think so. I think this was a defensive footsies match the entire time. Oh, his toe got past it, but just barely. He's just a fortress. Look at how this man's playing. This is crazy. And he was looking for that? I mean... That dude. And then this mix-up's gonna be for the win. That entire time, he was between... That was the farthest he got backwards. Right, let's go back here. Yeah, that... So 3 big blocks from the middle and 1 big block forward from the middle. The entire match took place within 4 big blocks in the training mode stage. You have to be so strong. And it's not just... That's not just due to Itazan. You know, I feel that if Tachikawa had moved backwards in a way that Zangief could capitalize on, then Itazan probably would have done it. Because why not? That's, you know, you take advantage. But Tachikawa also has really strong footsies. So he wasn't doing that. He was playing at this range. But Itazan just had better timings. His stand strongs were so good. His reactions were so good. His mix-ups were great. I mean, he caught Ryu jumping out of the air. He wanted EX air pile driver. Didn't get that. He got jump strong. But whatever, right? It's the same idea. Look at that. The whole match was played right there. That's impressive. All right. It's first 3. Keep in mind. And I haven't watched this one either, so I don't know who wins.
Round 2. Fight.
So that having been established, yeah. So you guys are right. He was definitely waiting for that. That round having been established, that Itazan is gonna hold his ground. He's not gonna. He's just controlling things. It's hard to approach that, right? I've always felt that's hard to approach as the opponent, because you don't want to move backwards in a weak way. You don't want to open yourself up to being pressured or cornered. But the opponent just showed that like their button timings are crazy strong and they're immaculate essentially, and that they're gonna shut down your approach. How do you then approach that? As Tachikawa in this case. So you see he's moving forward a little bit more. He's trying to start underneath. Okay, so one of the ways is that Itazan overcommitted. That's Itazan's bad. That's Itazan's bad. Tachikawa took advantage of it. But that's how we are now not in that section anymore. We're right back. We're right back to the middle of the stage. Again, he overcommits. Ooh! What? Okay, first of all, that was weird. Second of all, third of all, there were 3 things. I don't even know how punishable a hurricane is after that happens. I've never seen that interaction. It's just the first of 3, so whoever wins the next 2 rounds or 1 round takes it. Which is definitely doable the rate this dude's playing. Okay. He did not. Alright. Let's back up here. So we have the... Yeah, this funky... I basically checked out of the match as soon as this happened, so I wasn't even watching. What was that? That was a counter hit? I guess there must have been a button out of Tachikawa as well. I guess why not? Like, what a weird situation. Just try it. Ooh, punish. Yeah, okay, so that's what happened, alright. Hey, okay. Alright, I see. So, this is a weird round because both players, after having played this round, that was, like I've been saying, crazy pixel perfect footsies in this previous round. This whole round has been played in 4 squares. After this round, they then overcommitted a bunch. So I mentioned how people will tackle a situation where the opponent has just displayed this incredible fortress footsies. How do you then deal with that? So a couple of things may have come up. Itazan, as the guy who just did that thing, as he just showed, incredible defensive footsies, defensive reads as well. Maybe he then thought that he can take advantage of that by overcommitting slightly. And I think that's reasonable, understandable. Why you would think that. But if you see how he played a couple of times, he charged up the fierce, right? That was whiff punished. He overcommitted on the fierce. That was whiff punished. I think this is the same round where he did the EX pile driver, but there was a backdash. Maybe I'm mixing that up. Let's see. But I get why he would think that he could overcommit slightly. after having done that round. Oh boy, that wasn't anti-air. Okay. Yeah, this was the same round. Yeah, okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe he was looking for a quick rise. Let's see. So this is good lariat knockdown. Yeah, that is what he was looking for. Quick rise, and instead it was back. It was back tech. Yeah, again. Woo! Yeah, and then that'll be the mix-ups. There you go. Good stuff by Itazan. He played really well, and yeah, Martin, I'm happy to see him playing Zangief again too. That's really cool. I think that if you are like historically a Zangief player, you can play him again, and I wouldn't play him in every matchup. I think it's tough versus Manat. You know, there's still some matchups that I think are tough. I still think Birdie's tough. I still think Sagat's tough. There's a couple that I definitely, if I were competing, I would have a counter too. You know, I'd pick some other character. I wouldn't just play Zangief alone. But I do think that Zangief is mostly viable. And even in matchups where he loses, which are more than that, you know, Vega, whatever. There's other characters he loses to, but probably doesn't get blown up by, just loses to. So I don't think that he's some top tier character, but I do think that he's pretty good, and you can use him credibly even in matchups that are slight losses and be all right. So yeah, I'm really happy about that too. And they did a good job, I feel, of differentiating between Zangief and Abigail. In the last season, not only was Abigail better, right? He was way better, but he was also the same character but better, right? So it wasn't just like he's a step up in the tiers. It's you can play 80% the same and also you're just a better character. Now there's a little bit more differentiation between the two, which I like. So Abigail's a little bit more whiff punishable now, which is important. Stand Strong exists for Zangief now, so his footsies are a little bit more credible at that range. And Abigail's command grabs range is awful, bad. So if you're a player who wants to play the grab game, it's now clearer that Zangief is the choice. They also did that by buffing V-Trigger 2 for Zangief, and by nerfing V-Trigger 1 for Abigail, which is 3 bars now, so it's a little bit less abusable. So yeah, I like how they changed the characters. I just think fundamentally, like, Abigail is he just fundamentally is a very similar character to Zangief, but for what they could do without drastically changing his archetype or his options, I think that they did a good job. Yeah, it's a good way to put it, that Abigail and Gief were like SF4 Evil Ryu and Ryu. Yes, I highly agree with that. Yeah. So yeah, I really like Gief too. I've been only playing him. Anyway, shout outs to Tachikawa, who played that extremely well. That was a really, really good set. Both that and the Daigo set where Kichipamu lost. You know, these are incredible players, all of them. So in the interactions, as I've been saying, where there's a knockdown and a mix-up, and then what happens, obviously that's to some degree about character options, but I feel that that's more about player options. Whereas finding that knockdown, getting through the neutral game, whatever you want to do in the neutral, that is a little bit about player, more about character, right? It's a little bit more about character. So I want to know the character matchup, and I want to know how Zangief gets to where he wants to get. But what was very interesting in how Itazan played was how confident he was in footsies at the end. I came into this set saying I thought that Zangief had better footsies, and then Tachikawa had this incredible display of walk-up fierces and strongs and down medium kicks and danky kicks, even fireballs sometimes. And by the end of it, Itazan was back to controlling things. So that was really cool. That was a very interesting match. That is indeed the Hollywood Police. Yep. Hey, all right. I'm gonna skedaddle, but thanks a lot for hanging out for the last hour and a half or so. As I said last time I streamed, this is something I've been doing pretty regularly, and typically in the mornings, my time. I see now it's afternoon, my time. But usually I'll be streaming, 9 a.m. Pacific time, something like that, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Early, for me. because that's when it's easiest, right? Then I have to work, and now it's not as easy for me to just play or do streaming, whatever. So yeah, stick around, give a follow if you can, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Oh, just as the last one, definitely check out AVC SF5. You can see the AVC on the bottom middle, right? Really good uploader. Not many subscribers, so I really recommend checking that out. I really like, it's not just the matches that they find, it's also the fact that there's the overlays that I think are pretty handy. So highly recommended. Give a YouTube subscription over there. And like I said, that's it for me. Thanks.